On February 12th, 2025, we are going to have our full moon in Leo. This full moon will be falling at 24 degrees Leo, and the sun will be at 24 degrees Aquarius. Now, this full moon is intense, it is special, it'll be shocking, there will be revelations shown to us that we probably did not expect, and that is because full moons always reveal something to us that was once hidden. And this full moon is square Uranus in Taurus. And I think the only saving grace here, even though I don't like talking doom and gloom astrology ever, but the only saving grace, take that with a grain of salt, is this beautiful loose sextile with Jupiter in Gemini that is now freshly direct. It'll be direct so far about a week as of the full moon. So we are definitely starting to move forward in a big way. And the next planet to move direct is, of course, Mars in about a week's time from this full moon. So, like I said in my February forecast, my friends, February is the month where it all starts happening, where January astrology of holy crap, like what is this new world we live in? Or oh my God, is this the reality of my life for real? And the slow recognition as we got through the new moon in Aquarius into February now, where things start to not make sense necessarily, but things start to reveal themselves. Truth gets shown to us, whether we like it or not, and things can now start to unfold, birth themselves into our consciousness, in which we can now have choices. Right? Because the Jupiter retrograde and even the Mars retrograde, we're talking about restructuring of things, self-reflection with that Jupiter retrograde. But February is all about the big reveals. February is all about fast movement forward. And of course, expansion with Jupiter now going direct. So whatever Gemini was for you, just buckle up and start diving into everything that you were reflecting over the last 4 months. And you should already kind of know what your Jupiter and Gemini story is from the past summer into the fall, because things are moving forward with February, guys. And this full moon is happening pretty much smack in the middle of the month, revealing something to us that was once hidden in the Leo part of your birth chart. So of course, please let me know where Leo is in your life, because full moons always reveal something that was once hidden. New moons, you can't see them in the sky. They're dark. And the only way that a full moon is slowly revealed again is if it is slowly born day by day, as it begins waxing towards a full moon. And the full moon shows us things in the darkness that we normally wouldn't see. So new moons are about birthings. Full moons are about revealings, okay? And sometimes when we get revealed stuff, whether it's psychological, psycho-spiritual, whether it's intuitive, that can be either beautiful, fuzzy, concerning, or quite frankly, scary. So full moons are always that special time of the month where you see people a little crazier on the road, or you find out that so-and-so might be having an affair, or whatever the case, or you find that one thing in your life that you've been waiting for your whole life, that one gem of intuitive wisdom, that one moment that someone comes into your life and just takes your breath away. Now, in this full moon, or for this full moon, we are talking about Leo. We are talking about the lion. We are talking about Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun is the life force of all things. And Leo likes to be seen. Leo shines bright. And when we look at the Leo part of our life, we probably can see some areas where we like to maybe be seen or to be heard, or maybe we are in a position in that part of our life where maybe part of our life is kind of tampered down. Like maybe there's a little bit of oppression there, in which the Leo archetype wants to activate itself in those circumstances, in that fate and destiny journey for you throughout the course of your life, and to help you gain that courage and that strength, and to have that perseverance to work through challenges. Not everywhere, like wherever Leo is in your birth chart, that doesn't mean like, oh my God, look at me, I'm a movie star here. It could be the opposite for some people. Some people need to learn, like, whoa, I need to grow into a Leo leader. I need to have courage here. I need to not be afraid to shine here. Now, with full moons in this particular falling of the full moon, there's so much going on, guys. I mean, again, we have a square to Uranus in Taurus, and Taurus is fixed Earth. Taurus is ruled by Venus, but Taurus is now housing, or has been housing, Uranus for 8 years. And Uranus has been direct for about a week or so since this full moon is unfolding. And it has been very loud on the world stage, and it probably has been very loud in your life too. Uranus is the great disruptor. Uranus likes change. Uranus likes to bring radical, unexpected things into our lives. And when a full moon is square Uranus, especially this full moon, we are going to have something very, very significant in the Leo part of our life not only be revealed to us, something will come into that part of our life, something that is very activated in that part of our life in this moment in time, will be shocking, will be quick to be revealed to you. And it's going to be sudden. So I can see this as, again, if you had Leo in the 7th house, you may have a sudden burst of heart opening. You may have a sudden realization that, oh my God, I want to be with this person forever. Or, oh my God, can I fall any more in love with this person? Or because the square is a little bit challenging, it may want the heart. You may want to see your lover really deeply if they're not close to you. Like, let's say they live far away, and for some reason, and because this full moon is right before Valentine's Day, obviously, this could be a moment where that particular person, Leo in the 7th house, they may have this intense longing to be with that person. Or something unexpected might happen that is surprising or shocking. And again, that really just all depends on the fate and the destiny unfolding. But this full moon in Leo is going to be one for the books, my friends. And on the world stage, maybe I'll get into some things in this video, maybe I won't. But yeah, really, I just want to talk about how this full moon is squaring Uranus and Taurus. I want to talk about how a sextile to Jupiter is actually very, very beneficial and possibly helpful. And again, gaining more insight into the Gemini part of our lives from the Aquarian and the Leo parts of our lives. So a trine going from Aquarius and a sextile coming from Leo. And I think to have that right next to, or right in conjunction with, or not a conjunction, but to have a square coming from the full moon to Uranus, I think the sextile and trine from Jupiter is very helpful and will provide us, I think, some deep insight and truth for a lot of things. So again, I think this Leo full moon is going to bring shocking, sudden disruption, revelation that could be good or bad, right? Again, depends on your life, depends on your karma. On the world stage, I think we can maybe go down some territory that might be pretty severe on the world stage. And the Jupiterian nature in Gemini, I feel, will provide, again, a deeper knowing of truth that will hit us all very, very fast. Now, before I move forward, my friends, if you are enjoying my content, if you're enjoying this video, I would love if you can consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, hitting the notification bell, leaving a comment. All that stuff really helps the channel's growth, guys. And I've been seeing so much growth here on the channel and so many beautiful new faces. And I just love how we're building a community here. I can't thank you enough for everyone who has been joining this journey with me over the last month. So I thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, guys, for anyone who's new, you know, we like to get cozy here. My name is Theodore. I'm a consulting astrologer and teacher. And yeah, if there's anything else you want to learn about myself, book readings, or go to my Patreon to support me. We got extra content over there. Yeah, all that stuff's down below, guys. But yeah, I mean, seriously, we are doing great things here on the channel, and I'm just beyond grateful for all of you. And I'm a Leo sun, so maybe all of you guys supporting this video, hitting the like button, subscribing, maybe we can get over 10,000 subscribers. Maybe we can make this video go viral. Who knows? the sky is the limit when you're a 10th house Leo, guys, you know? So that being said, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all of your support. And yeah, this full moon in Leo, I mean, I don't want to make this video terribly long, guys, because I know I'm releasing this before my Sunday normal release video here. And for anyone who is new to the channel, I usually release videos on Sundays, but because the full moon is fast approaching, I wanted to get this one out to you guys as quick as I could and really just provide whatever I feel intuitively this is going to represent for a lot of us on the world stage. So, you know, Leo is ruled by the sun, and we're talking about the sun being in Aquarius. So again, Leo full moons are very, very powerful. Because the ruler of Leo is always in Aquarius during a Leo full moon, obviously. So the potency of a Leo full moon, to me, is always quite powerful. And when we look at stuff going on the world stage or in our own lives, things can be very, very powerful there. Right? When we really need to kind of step up to the plate, when we need to kind of get that pep in our step in the middle of the winter, when most of us are just like, Jesus Christ, when is the spring here already? Or when is the summer coming? You know, I mean, Leo is all about the summer and the sunshine and just being like totally in it. But Leo full moons, they are very excitable. They can be very passionate. They can be very encouraging. And for some of us, it could be also a hit in our pride, a hit in our self-esteem. Because again, it really just depends on what's going to get revealed to you. And when we talk about Uranus in Taurus with a square now, this is quite powerful, sudden, surprising, and shocking stuff. So again, I think we very much have to get a little closer, which is something really I wanted to do today. I wanted to actually go into some Decan work, not to get too advanced for any of you guys, but I just wanted to mention a couple of things. This moon at 24 degrees Leo is falling in the third Decan of Leo, which is ruled by Mars, and in the tarot is actually the Seven of Wands. So sometimes, I haven't really done it here in the videos, guys, but sometimes I like to look where full moon and new moons are falling, because the decans can get a little bit more specific. And if you don't know what a decan is, it is essentially a subdivision within a zodiac sign. There are 3 decans, 10 degrees apart, and they each have kind of a ruling planet. And wherever certain transits fall under, if you really want to kind of get nerdy about it and like laser in, you can kind of see like, okay, well, what's the flavor of this full moon, right? What's the flavor of this new moon? Now, 24 degrees Leo, we're talking the last decan of Leo, the third decan, ruled by Mars. So a very aggressive full moon. It'll be a little bit more aggressive, honestly. Okay. There's going to be a little bit more sharpness, a little bit more like maybe anger, for example. I mean, think about what's going on in the world right now. Politically speaking, there's going to be some shit that hits the fan, whether that's with Trump or Elon Musk or whatever else is going on in the world. I don't care what your politics are, but I mean, the news has been wild. And I think with this full moon falling in that third decan of Leo, ruled by Mars, and we have the Seven of Wands tarot card, okay? Because the tarot is very, very connected with the decans. And that's something I very much study on a regular basis, because I love tarot, as you know. And guys, I don't know how many of you took my poll, by the way. Do you guys like tarot? Like, should I like do a little bit of that sometimes here? Like, I don't know how I would do it, but like, are you guys down for that or what? Okay, just let me know. But the Seven of Wands rules this full moon, okay? And the Seven of Wands signifies challenges and perseverance, okay? So again, that's why I feel this full moon is going to be more of, oh my God, there's a challenge here. There's something that I need to really work towards and through. Okay. So it's almost like when you feel like you can't go anymore, it's like, keep going. That's kind of the energy I'm feeling for this full moon. When you feel you can't go on, keep going. And you need to push through challenge and persevere through whatever comes, whatever is revealed to you, whatever shocking moments comes your way. And again, the Taurus part of your life is very much going to be activated with this too. you know? And again, these revelations and shocks could just be inner knowings. They could be revelatory in a very psychic way. Things can just show up in your physical reality, and things could be really beautiful, you know? Like, again, like if you had Leo in a romantic house, or even in the 4th house of home, right, where you would classically find family stuff, like that could be, someone might go, oh my God, like I really want to marry this woman. I want to marry this man. I want to marry this person, you know? Like there could just be a very like sudden, like, oh my God, I didn't expect this. But and this could be a challenging thing to come to terms with, because what if you went your whole life not thinking you'd ever want to get married or something? Or what if something is going on within like your dynamics in family, and again, something is just like you need to break through, you need to persevere through whatever could be blocking this sudden revelation of, wow, I think I really want to get married now, because like I feel like I love this person so much, you know? And squares, yes, can be challenging, but sometimes squares are just moments of like, wow, okay, there's kind of like not an issue, but there's something that I'm very uncomfortable with right now, but I know I need to work through this. And maybe that marriage example, it doesn't work necessarily with a hardcore square to Uranus, but it can be, it could still be something that could end up being beautiful, you know? It could just be very challenging for someone to come to terms with something they thought they never wanted. You know, like that's kind of like a thing that totally happens. I mean, it happens to me all the time. And again, this loose trine to Gemini, very, very powerful for an opportunity for something in the Gemini part of your life, especially as Jupiter expands its influence and opportunity and hopefully deep wisdom. That's a part of this full moon story. So Jupiter is trying its best to provide deeper philosophical beliefs and opportunity and optimism in this situation. And I think, you know, on the world stage, as much as people are freaking out and so much stuff, we have to remember Aquarius is all about the rise of the people, you know? So I think this full moon might reveal something quite powerful where a lot of people from all political perspectives might come together, possibly through social media. You know, we're talking about Gemini and Jupiter. That very much was a huge aspect and a huge tool for the elections and stuff over the summer. Social media, very much a huge part of the new future. But I wouldn't be surprised if something very powerful and shocking and incredible, maybe, and I'm not saying that in a totally nice way, but just something so like, oh my God, can very much unfold and trigger something for social media. And we cannot forget as well, and I have not mentioned this thus far, Mercury is right next to the sun with this full moon. So we're having a very powerful Mercury moment. Mercury rules Gemini, of course. So the Gemini Jupiter moment with Mercury's influence on all the things being said, the media influence, all of the trade war stuff that was going on during the past week. There's a lot going on involving signing of orders. I mean, again, the whole beginning Trump administration, not to bring him into the mix, but it's kind of like, you know, it's the elephant in the room, what's going on in the United States. But that Mercury next to the sun, very much continuing on its journey from the Pluto conjunction, which was his inauguration, and a lot of stuff that has been happening since then involving executive orders and trade stuff, right? I mean, back in the day, Mercury meant trade and barter. Like the ancients looked at Mercury as trade and barter. So it's no surprise that Mercury is very much going to be influenced by this full moon. And I'm not saying there's going to be more stuff on the trade stuff, but I don't think anything is going to be slowing down as far as American politics and the spiraling out of control of what the country means. And again, I'm not picking sides here whatsoever, but we are in a moment where there are people who want a golden age and people who are like, what the hell is going on? Like, I want my country back, you know? Like, so there's a lot happening with the American moment and countries all around the world. I mean, I'm no stranger to talking about things around the world in my videos throughout January, but this full moon will be very much dialed in to the mercurial energy of transactions, of conversations, the conversations around what's going on in the American political system is never ending. TikTok is still on fire, meaning people are still making crazy videos. People are still speaking up, whatever they believe in, whether you're right or left. People are still speaking their truth. Some people are even saying, I didn't vote for this Trump. I didn't vote for all this stuff that's going on. So there's a lot of conversation happening, and there's a lot of challenge and perseverance that is needed for whatever side of the aisle you're on, whatever you're doing in life, whatever the Leo part of your life is, because whatever this reveal is, whatever this shocking Uranian full moon in Leo is all about, is very powerful and can very much change the way we even think on a pure base level of consciousness. And on the world stage, I think a lot of people are going to get revealed some pretty shocking truths about how things what actually might be going on, behind the scenes, potentially. Now, where the sun is falling in Aquarius, that's falling in the third decan of Aquarius as well, 24 degrees Aquarius, which is ruled by the moon, okay, which is represented of the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords rules that third decan of Aquarius. And the Seven of Swords is about betrayal and deception. So again, like on the political stage right now, I mean, the last news story I heard, and by the time you watch this, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other stuff, because I mean, the news cycle just never stops. But between Trump and Elon Musk, a lot of people are saying what's going on with the Treasury, this, that, having access to certain things. Like, this is like shady, some people are saying. There's a little deception going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of secrecy happening. There's a lot of trickery. That is the Seven of Swords, guys. That's the Seven of Swords. So this full moon, again, very much going to be tied in, I believe, to, of course, Elon and Trump in some way, because they are extremely just on the front page news every single day with something. But I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see some really, really powerful voices coming out from all sides of the aisle in very strong opposition to certain things involving Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Now, this is quite interesting for us as well, because I mean, we can look at this third decan of Aquarius, we could look at the third decan of Leo and talk about challenges and perseverance. And of course, in Aquarius for you, an area of betrayal and deception, right, with the Seven of Swords. But again, we have to take this magical terminology with a grain of salt, because, in our own life, it's not like we're on a road to deception and betrayal all the time, but there could be something very small that maybe we fall just a little prey to, like a little something that we're gullible to, or something that upsets us. So this is why sometimes we can say, all right, well, this full moon might be a little bit more challenging. This could be a little bit more like, I don't know, just a little bit more secretive in a way. Like there could be something that is very secretive about this. That betrayal and deception, that kind of third decan energy ruled by the moon, we are definitely in the territory of the unconscious as well. So we have to be very careful with what we're even thinking. Okay. So a lot of this stuff, especially when we're talking about anything that's ruled by the moon, whether it's a decan or Cancer, whatever, we could talk about the unconscious and subconscious realms. So however this full moon actually manifests will very much paint the picture for you. It will show you how this stuff really all ties in, how this stuff all really comes to be. But I think looking towards Leo is probably more important than the Aquarius part of all of this, except on the world stage, because Aquarius on the world stage is very, very powerful. And we're going to see politically, I think, a lot of stuff go down with this full moon in Leo, especially it being squared Uranus. But for us, I just think this full moon will be a revealing of something that we know we have to just stay strong in. We need to just give it a little more time. We're going to see our lovers sooner than later. They'll be home soon. Like, this is about possibly a revealing of something that could be a little challenging, okay? But we know we can work beyond it. We know we can move past it. Now, of course, that Aquarian stuff I said with the Seven of Swords, we have to just, maybe something will also be a part of this story that's something we very much didn't expect. And there could be an element of secrecy to it. Or someone may lie to you. You just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen with that Aquarian part of your life. But the full moon is where we really need to focus this week. And this is very Martian. This is very Martian because that third decan is ruled by Mars. And that Seven of Wands is very much the lesson that we need to learn, which is take on challenge. Don't be afraid. Move forward with strength. And embody Leo like Leo is meant to be embodied. All right, my friends. Well, that's all I have for you. I hope you found this video informative. I hope you took something away from this today. And yeah, guys, that's all I have. Links down below. Once again, if you would like to connect with me for a reading or to sign up for my Patreon, I would love to meet you, of course, and I'll see you in the next video.